obviously lost for words. We were at the dinner last night and we found out, and it was kind of went silent, and it shows how big the hockey community is and the way it affects everyone, and can't even imagine what the players and their families and the town of Humboldt and the province of Saskatchewan and even further on. I looked at their roster and I seen that they have Alberta kids, BC kids, and obviously it's heartbreaking, and I know guys in the locker room have been talking about it, and guys are very sad, and it's a terrible time, and it's hard to kind of figure out what to say, and because knowing what families are going through, and knowing how many hours as hockey players and athletes you put on buses, and it's the absolute most terrible thing that could ever happen.
You spend a little bit of time in that league, but your time in the Western League as well. I mean, the bus is so important. I mean, does it take you right back to those days?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously that's where the locker room and the bus trips, that's where you create bonds with, your best friends and, the guys that you play to win for. And, it's stepping on that bus this morning, definitely, obviously you start thinking about it, and it's heartbreaking, and I can't even imagine what, the families are going through right now.
Do you have any connections to anybody on the team?
I do have a connection. It's through an old teammate, but I'll just leave it at that. Okay. I don't want to talk about that.
You also grew up in Swift Current, and there was the bus tragedy there as well. So you've seen this before, and it's painful. It's just, I'm curious. Here we are trying to celebrate the city, and now it's an outpouring of the hockey community. How important is it for you to just reach out and support? I mean, this has become a day of support.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I played midget AAA in Swift Current. I have a former coach that was on the bus, and I have a former coach whose brother was killed in that bus accident. So it's a sad day, and like you said, celebrating the twins' great career, and then all of a sudden something terrible like this happens and puts life into perspective. And I was sitting beside Hank, and he was one of the guys that was most tuned into what was going on, and just heartbroken, and shows how far it hits home, for everyone in the hockey world, and can just offer support in any way. I know there's a lot of people doing it. It hits home because I'm from Saskatchewan, and I did play in that league, and but it doesn't matter. Everyone in the hockey world is mourning this loss.
You played in Humboldt, obviously, at some point. Did you play in Humboldt?
Yes, yeah.
So, about the community and its passion for the game.
Yeah, I played a lot of minor hockey in Humboldt. I had a short stint in the SJHL.
Right.
So Saskatchewan, it's a small little province, but some great people there, and I know the province will rally around this, and I know the hockey world will rally around them and support them in any way that we possibly can.